For the first time, President Biden has expressed support for a ceasefire in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. But the violence shows no signs of letting up. Early this morning, Israeli forces launched a series of new strikes on targets in Gaza. That follows another night of heavy firing from both sides. More than 200 Palestinians have been killed since the fighting started, including 61 children. 10 people, including 2 children, have been killed in Israel. Imtiaz Tyab is on the southern Israeli border. Imtiaz, good morning.
Anthony, everyone, good morning. That's right, I'm here in southern Israel, where we were brought by the Israeli military. And this, of course, is an area which has really suffered the brunt of Hamas's rocket strikes. Now, the Israeli military has showed us what's known as the Iron Dome, which is a missile defense system. But first, we start in Gaza. And a warning, some of these images are hard to watch.
It's a conflict he has no way of understanding, but will bear the scars of for the rest of his life. 5-month-old Omer is cradled by his father, Mohammed al-Hadidi, the only family he has left after his mother and 4 brothers were killed in an Israeli bombing. Pulled from the rubble by rescuers, his tiny body is covered in injuries, including a broken leg. Al-Hadidi returns to the wreckage of what's left of his home. He says Israeli warplanes targeted my family without warning, without calling them, with no regard for humanity or babies. Across Gaza, and the scale of the devastation caused by Israel's bombing campaign is hard to fathom. Neighborhoods in ruins, hospitals at breaking point, and vital infrastructure like roads, water treatment plants, and telecoms are on the brink.
According to the United Nations, Gaza's only power plant will likely run out of fuel later today, potentially plunging the Palestinian territory into darkness.
It's an uncertainty that's only bringing more misery to an already desperate situation. In Israel, and Hamas rockets continue to rain down, badly damaging this street in the southern town of Ashdod, injuring at least 3 people. More than 3,000 Hamas rockets have been fired into Israel since fighting began over a week ago. The vast majority have been intercepted by the Iron Dome missile defense system.
Quite amazing, I would say.
The Israeli military took us to see the multi-billion-dollar technology, which is partially funded by U.S. taxpayers. Brigadier General Daron says without it, Israel would have suffered far more casualties.
This is really a life-saving system. What we are doing here is purely saving lives of Israelis.
But in Gaza, there are no such defenses.
Now, earlier this morning, Israel has allowed some humanitarian aid and some aid workers into the Gaza Strip, a move that's being welcomed by the UN. Vlad.
Unbearably heartbreaking. Imtiaz, thank you very much.